We have a 7-round mock draft for you folks today. This is my second to last one. I'll do one final mock draft a couple days before the real draft, and it will be my what I really expect them to do. In this mock draft, we do got trades, folks. We love trades because that's what a real draft has. Also, I generally do the median, so I did 7 times simulations on PFN Mock Simulator, so I'm not just getting great players, and I'm also not just getting turd players. But before we get into today's mock draft, if you think it's a real sound and smart idea to go ahead and inject yourself with battery acid, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because we took all things Detroit Lions news and rumors. Sometimes being a Lions fan, you can melt away. Also, make sure you take that like button with you and let that bad boy dissolve. Let's get into today's Lions mock draft. At pick 2, the Detroit Lions in my mock draft take Kayvon Thibodeaux, the edge out of Oregon. Now you say, why are you taking Kayvon Thibodeaux? Well, Aiden Hutchinson was gone to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That seems like what they're probably going to do there, unless they go offensive line. I think we all can hope. If it's between Aiden or Kayvon, I prefer Aiden. But it was between Kayvon Thibodeaux and Trayvomn Walker. I decided to go Kayvon Thibodeaux here because I think that's what Brad Holmes likes. He likes the universal players. He likes that size. He likes the player that can go up front, back out. He has flexibility. Do they believe that Kayvon Thibodeaux is a guy who wants to play football for the long time? Well, I think with all the investigation they've been doing, spending all the time, they certainly believe so. So, and it's going to be really difficult for the Detroit Lions to actually trade out a number 2. That'd be my number 1 solution. But let me know in the comment section below. If you have a choice to go Kayvon Thibodeaux or Trayvomn Walker, who would you select? It's going to be the pinned comment of this video. KT for Kayvon Thibodeaux or Trayvomn Walker. That would be TW. Let me know in the comment section below. And with the next pick in the 2nd round, yes, because there's a trade, the Detroit Lions take Jaquan Brisker, safety. The Lions traded out of 32 with the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks want to get a quarterback, so the Detroit Lions got pick 42 in the 2nd round, 72 in the 3rd round, and we got a 4th round pick in 2023. And the Seattle Seahawks get pick 32 and 181 in the 6th round. Jaquan Brisker is exactly what the Detroit Lions need, a safety that can make plays. We need help, and he needs to be a part of that help. Why? Because the Detroit Lions have issues at that safety position. Will Harris, he's like a cafety. He's got a new whole thing to him. He's not that number 1 safety that we need, a guy opposite of Tracy Walker. But Jaquan Brisker can be that guy. 38 solo tackles, 2 interceptions, 5 pass defense out of Penn. This guy can do it. We need the help for sure at safety. And with the next pick, pick 40 in the 2nd round, just a couple picks later, the Detroit Lions get help at the linebacker position by getting Quay Walker. The Lions need help in the middle of this defense, regardless of what anyone says. I still think they need help. Quay Walker, he can throw some help our way. He's got 39 solo tackles, 1.5 sacks last year on that Georgia defense. Nakobe Dean, not available. Devin Lloyd, not available. So I wanted to get a linebacker that they have definitely paid attention to out of Georgia, because they've been watching him, and you've seen it. All Georgia players seems to be getting drafted in this year's draft. And I think he'd be a good long-term solution to be a starter after the Alex Anzalone is gone and Jared Davis, because those guys are just on 1-year deals. He could be starting with Derek Barnes to really build the young core that we need. And pick 66 in the 3rd round, the Detroit Lions get a steal here by getting wide receiver George Pickens. Now, if George Pickens didn't get hurt, you could be talking about this guy being definitely a 1st-round pick early in the 1st round as one of the first receivers, but he got hurt, and we need help, and he fell to the 3rd round, and guess what? With the Detroit Lions get DJ Chark, this would be a great option for them, where he can come in and he can help dominate when fully healthy, which he seems to be getting close right now, as well as he doesn't have to be pushed immediately to be that number one guy. Kind of like an Amon-Ra St. Brown wasn't pushed there, and we're getting a stud, folks. This guy will help the team out in a big way. Jared Goff needs to have some weapons. If this is the prove-it year for Jared Goff, which I think it really is, he's going to need some weapons. George Pickens come in here, solidify that wide receiver core, much improved. Now, I didn't want to really do this next pick. I know a lot of people are going to come at me, but with in the third round, the extra third-round pick that we got from the trade, pick 72, the Detroit Lions take Trey McBride, tight end. Now you say, Mike, a freaking tight end? I know, but the value was there. Look at his stats here. Last year, 90 receptions, 1,121 yards, one touchdown, 12.5 average. Like we're talking about, Jared Goff get all the weapons he needs. We have an offensive line. Don't need to worry about that right now. We got a pretty good wide receiver core, adding George Pickens with DJ Chark, Amon-Ra St. Brown's, Quintez Cephas, and we got the guy who we picked up last year, Josh Reynolds. Good wide receiver core. So let's get a number 2, Trey McBride, next to TJ Hockenson. This guy getting open, making plays. Yes, we do need help on offense, and we do need a number 2 tight end. This guy can help the Detroit Lions in a big way, for sure. You know what can help me in a big way is smashing that like button. Let's get to 400 likes in this mock draft. The more likes we get, the more chance that this video gets out there. That's what it's all about. Let's get to 400 likes. Just takes a second by smashing it. Let's continue in round 3, pick 97, a value pick here. And I think the Detroit Lions could look his way, and that's Vernon McKinley, safety from Oregon, talking the trend with the Oregon Ducks here. And I tell you what, McKinley is not a bad one either. We went Jaquan Brisker early, so let's get another safety to really build this depth up. Last year, 44 solo tackles, 1 forced fumble, but folks, 6 pass defense, 6 interceptions. That's what we need. A playmaker, a developmental, he's not even really, I wouldn't even necessarily say developmental, but a guy that can come in there and be a difference maker. And I tell you what, Will Harris, not 100% sold on him, but if you start getting Jaquan Brisker and a McKinley, and then you have Tracy Walker and the young corners that we already have, the Detroit Lions secondary is making an impact. And that's what we need to make an impact. And I think if the Lions could get him late in the third round with the final third-round pick that we have, epic move. Let's continue to build depth on this football team. In round 5, pick 177, the Detroit Lions take underrated linebacker Micah McFadden. We need help at linebacker, and why not double up on the position in this year's draft? 5th-round pick, he doesn't need to start right away. But just like we're talking about Jared Davis and Alex Anzalone, we can develop this guy, develop him, and really help out this team for the long run. In Micah McFadden, this guy is a good player to help out the Detroit Lions. Like I said, he's not there to start right away. We're talking about Alex Anzalone, Jared Davis, but we need to get younger. Doubling up on this position makes sense. Last year, 49 solo tackles, 6.5 sacks, 1 interception, 0 pass defense. That's what we need. We need a young, hungry linebacking core to help this team out in a big way. That's what we need to develop players and get guys that could be the foundation going forward. I think McFadden could be that guy, a really good player for the Detroit Lions. You know what I also think? You guys need to go ahead and go to chessports.com/LionsBet. That's BetUS. You put in the promo code Lions125, get a 125% deposit bonus. Bet on the draft. Bet on MLB right now, Detroit Tigers. Bet on the NBA. All things you can bet on to make some money. Don't have to bet thousands of dollars. Just $5 here and there. You can save a little bit of money. You can make a little bit of money, and that's what it's all about. Let's go ahead and go to the 6th round, pick 217. The Detroit Lions selecting Christopher Allen, edge. We need to get this guy out of Alabama here, folks. And when we're talking about Alabama, there's a lot of edges over there, a lot of good quality players. This guy, I ain't do a whole lot this last year. Injuries. But year before, much promising. We get a guy to sit down and learn. This is straight up development here. Nothing wrong on getting more individuals to just get help at the pass rush. At some point, we can make decisions in 2023 who else is going to be here. But we get guys to learn, get after the passer, young bodies. You can never have enough. And with the final pick in my mock draft, 234, the Detroit Lions, yes, they're taking a quarterback here. Skylar Thompson, we need quarterback to battle David Blau and Tim Boyle, a developmental quarterback. I have no problem drafting a guy in the 7th round, late round, who can go ahead and compete with these two. We know that Tim Boyle and David Blau is not the future, so why not take a chance on Thompson here? 2,113 yards, 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, QBR 76.2. He's a dual threat quarterback. He can run with his legs. What I like about him, he's a very thick quarterback. Pound for pound, this guy can do it. Could he be a nothing in the NFL? Very possible. But you might as well take a chance. I think this guy can be. So I think he can be a solid backup for a football team. We're talking about a 7th round pick. Why not? We've seen what happens to Jared Goff if he gets hurt. What happens when Jared Goff gets hurt, folks? We lose. He can't do anything. So we need to get a quarterback to compete with these young guys. If they ain't going to do it early, get one late in the draft. In the upcoming videos, we got the One Pride podcast on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there. And you got questions, you ask us, myself and the panel. I got Bro Schmo on the channel on Thursday. It's going to be a fun time with him. We're going to talk NFL draft. Also, follow me on all social media sites. Twitter, Micromike85. Facebook, Micromike. Lions Nation Unite, Micromike. I am on there. Anytime there's breaking news, I drop videos. Anytime there's time to just drop videos. So make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. And subscribe. With that said, folks, adios.